Hi everyone, my name's Barb, and I'm the Trollbridge blogger. You'll find me here on YouTube under my name, Barbara Centenny. I'm here to spotlight an author. I recently joined a group called Book Tasters, and what they do is they have a list of books, and they give you so many points for reading each book, and you choose what book, what genre you want to read from. And they've been inviting me for like 6 months, so I finally decided to try it, pick up a book. Maybe I could win a paperback, but then I realized that some people read a lot of books, so the chances of me winning a book there were probably slim at best. So I picked out this book, called Dragma's Keep. The series is Baldor's Fist. This is book 1, Dragma's Keep. Remember to put my books over here. Avoid the glare. And it's a really intense, I would say epic fantasy. Sword, sorcery, magic, female and male protagonist, because all the books are about a group of friends that get together in odd circumstance. But at one time there was a war between the gods, two brothers which were twins, Baldor and Praxar. So Baldor was thought to be the dark, evil god because he had a sword made specifically for him, and he sent it to the dark elves to be enchanted. So the dark elves kept it for 10 years, and they put their enchantments on it, and when they returned it, Baldor and basically all of his higher-ups became evil in all kinds of different ways. So there becomes this religious war, and Baldor is defeated, but instead of being killed, he throws his essence into something, I think, the sword itself. And this is the quest for the followers of Baldor to find the sword and other relics, like there's a staff, and there's a bow, and I think there's one other. So I read this first book on ebook, well, EPUB, as a matter of fact, because I have a program called Frida that will read my EPUBs to me. So I got it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it out. And it was so good. I mean, the characters, they're so unique. Like, okay, let me go through my list here. Sordak. Sordak is a sorcerer. He is the one that initiates the quest to go after the relics of Baldor and Baldor's Fist. So along the way, he is in a poker game or some kind of card game with Saving Hand. Saving Hand is a thief, a trap setter, and trap breaker. You know, like he like a safe cracker. So then there's a little trouble at the bar and they have to run, and Sordak has to steal a horse to get away. And so he does, and that brings, I don't remember if it's Thrindor or Gorgath that he stole their horse. He stole one of the other guy's horses, and they come after him and they end up joining his group. And then there is Cyrillus. Cyrillus is the female of the group. She is a healer. They call her a cleric, which don't make little sense to me because, you know, cleric records things. But maybe she's got some kind of memory thing or something, I don't know. And then there's Brion, and Brion comes in later in the story. He is a ranger. And Sordak along the way gets a familiar, and it's a little demon, and he is called it'll come back to me. I don't remember. But anyway, these books are written by Vance Pumphrey. During reading this, we became friends on Twitter. We started texting back and forth, and he offered to send me the rest of the books. He did not have this one. I bought this one myself. So he sent me the next 3 books in that series, which are The Library of Antiquity, Ice Home, which is a little bent up, but it reads just fine, and The Platinum Dragon. That makes the whole series. And as you can see, there are dragons in it. That's why I picked it. I thought it was Dragon Must Keep was about a dragon. There's not dragons till later on. And then he sent me the very first one in his next series. The series is called In Defense of the Lands. And the book is Live and Learn, also by Vance Pumphrey. He also put a little personal encouragement in each book. And what he did here, which is very interesting, I'm sure it'll be as interesting to some of you as it is to me. He took this book and he wrote about the other side, the other point of view. This book has its own companions, and it also mentions our protagonists, heroes, villains, or whatever you want to call them from the other book, because the author's idea is to get to know the characters, and you choose which side you think is right and which side you think is wrong. Because both gods have their downfalls, because Praxar, even though they call Baldor the Dark Lord, Praxar after he defeats his brother, he has all the followers of his brother put to death. Men, women, children, old babies, it didn't matter if you were not amongst his followers or his followers' families, you were put to death. So there's good and evil on both sides. Both groups of people think that they are doing the right thing. And the main character in this, I can't say it's the main because there's a group of characters like in the other books, like Surrender is a paladin and Wargath is a dwarf. So in this set of books, Sharna is the mage, where Sordak is the mage in the other set of books. And she also has a familiar. Her familiar's name is Oscar. And Oscar is a miniature tiny dragon. And not a lot of him in this book, but I'm sure he will be in books to come. I know there's already a book almost done that follows this one, which is the opposite of the Library of Antiquity. So what is happening is Sharna and her group, which is Goldbendel, he is like their trap setter, but he's not that good. He's not good at springing traps from what it says. There's Yaramil, and she is a paladin, so she's a warrior. And Goldbendel is half elf. And then there is Miso Marks, or Miso Marquez. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced, but I call him Miso. He is the healer in their group, the cleric. And this group is chasing after Sordak's group. So Sharna's group is like right on the heels of the other group. And at times they're going to clash, because I've read the whole first series, so I know what happens throughout the whole first series. And if they're hot on their heels, then they're going to clash at times. But they're also fighting with many, many other beings, like zombies and skeletons and orcs and minotaurs. And they have to... Sordak's group is looking for relics from their dead god, because once they get all the relics together and the descendants of the dead gods, they can resurrect him, and that's what they want to do. And Sharna and her group are trying their best to stop Sordak from achieving his goals. There are great battles, there are pirates, there are There's so much in these stories I can't even begin to tell you. And there's bad weather that they have to fight with. There's storms. Uh, there's storm giants. Um, I don't even know how to begin to tell you how great this series was. It was so refreshing. It was like reading Lord Fowle's Bane, the Chronicles of Sir Thomas Covenant by Stephen R. Donaldson, or The Lord of the Rings. I mean, I can't say that everybody will feel that way, but I thought it was a really epic adventure. And I went through book after book after book. I mean, just steady. I just read them. And I think it took me about a week to read all 5 books. And I can't wait for the next one. But I have to say, this author was so, so nice. He sent me this beautiful bookmark, which I just stuck down in the book. Oh, wrong way. Baldor's Fist. And then it's got, you know, your author kind of information on the back. And he sent me some little author cards, oops, with the same pictures on them. And I just love this series, so I wanted to share it with all of you. I think my sons would love this series. There is so much action and so much going on and so many different characters, and they all have their own unique personalities, although these books have their mirror image, which are going to be these books. They go to the same places, they fight battles, but like I said, Charna is after Vorgap, or Sordak. They're like chasing him, and they want to catch up to him, but they don't want to catch up to him too soon, because they want the whole group to be assembled. Apparently, somebody has a little bit of telepath, and they know a little bit of what's going to happen in the future, so they want to get Cyrillus to be with them, because she is one of the descendants of somebody. I don't know which god, but she's like in the bloodline of somebody. So I just wanted everybody to know how wonderful I thought these books were, and I thank you so much, Vance, if you watch this, for giving me this opportunity, and Book Tasters. Thank you for the books. They're beautiful. I love them. I will cherish them. I will keep them. And I will pass them on to someone someday that will enjoy them just as much. So I will try to put as much information as I can down in the box. I'm not great at links, but you can find me on Twitter as Mama Duke's Author. You can find me on Facebook, but you may not get through because only friends of friends can basically get into my group, because I have a large family and a lot of grandchildren, and I don't just want everybody there. But my book posts are public, and I have a Goodreads account. I'm the Trollbridge blogger, Barbara Centeni. I have a Instagram, but it doesn't work. It's crap. I don't know why it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Maybe I need to put it over to the phone to get it to work. I don't know. It's not that important, because I love Twitter, and I love YouTube, BookTube especially, and Goodreads. Goodreads was one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I want to say thank you, Christina DeVeers, who is another booktuber. She introduced me to Goodreads. And so, shout out to you, girl. Hello, my lovelies. You have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, hit like, make a comment, ask questions. I totally interact with everybody. I answer all questions. I talk to other booktubers. I talk to authors. If you're interested, I got the time. Nice meeting you all. Hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.